the year 2000. Brick phones, Big Brother, Brennifer, Beckham. But in April, there was another B to watch out for. Bateman. 22 years later, American Psycho belongs as an iconic piece of cinema and one of the great movies of the 21st century. Performances from Christian Bale, Willem Dafoe and Jared Leto complemented the excellent filmmaking to make this a horror comedy cult classic. We wouldn't dare touch it. But what if? Welcome back to Recasting the Classics. This is American Psycho recast in 2022. We'll be recasting Evelyn Williams, Timothy Bryce, Lewis Carruthers, Gene, Donald Kimball, Paul Allen, and Patrick Bateman. Evelyn Williams. Played by Reese Witherspoon, she's the girlfriend of Patrick and highly obsessed with social status. Despite her smaller role, she left her mark on the film. The first option, Sydney Sweeney. Currently a top name in HBO's Euphoria, she's attractive, talented, and I could see her offering something similar to Witherspoon. What about Florence Pugh? Experienced with horror as well as elements of comedy, I could see Florence expanding on Evelyn's character a little bit. But we'll be going with Samara Weaving. You know her from The Babysitter and Ready or Not, and she could certainly make an impact in this role. Samara Weaving as Evelyn Williams. Next up, Timothy Bryce. Originally played by Justin Theroux, the character is as suave as he is shallow. Option 1, Dan Stevens. A solid argument for the next Bond. Stevens is confident and can hint at some sociopathic menace. Another option is Wes Bentley. I know him mostly from American Beauty and The Hunger Games, although he did appear in Interstellar. A close match with Theroux if you ask me, but let's try something different. Bill Skarsgård. Yes, an evil, terrifying clown, but he's also shown a lot of humanity. But something about his face just seems untrustworthy. Bill Skarsgård as Timothy Bryce. Lewis Carruthers. Often the butt of the joke in the social circle, Luis is a closeted gay man and the boyfriend of Courtney Rawlinson. The first option, Jesse Tyler Ferguson. You know him as Mitchell in Modern Family, but I think he's got some potential in a role like this. Or we could go very different for someone like Paul Dano. Dano's one of the best actors about right now, but perhaps he's too dramatic for this role. My final option, and don't judge, John Mulaney. A seasoned comedian, good on camera, and maybe a good fit. John Mulaney as Louise Carruthers. Okay, next up is Gene. Gene is Patrick's secretary and maybe the only character in the film to actually care about Patrick beyond surface level. She's normal in the way she's not obsessed with status or power, and she's got a quiet affection for Patrick Bateman.
Yes, Patrick?
My first choice is Dakota Fanning. Dakota started her career as one of the world's best child actresses, and since then has only strengthened her powers. But I don't know, I think she belongs as one of the vain girls in the group a bit better. There's also Jodie Comer, quickly becoming one of Britain's strongest actresses. There's little Comer can't do. A decent choice, personally. But my chosen actress is maybe my favourite of them all. Saoirse Ronan. She shines in everything she's in, and I think she'd pull off Gene really well. She'd also match well with an actor we may or may not visit later. Saoirse Ronan as Gene. Well, I know a place you will visit later. A website. I don't know which one. Maybe your own? That's right, make a website today with Zyro. Leave the rest of those pompous bankers in the dust by having a website even Paul Allen would be impressed by. Save time by using their AI generator to build out your site, your content, and logo. There's also 24/7 support. It's fast, affordable, and guarantees something pretty and professional. Use code Dodford to get an exclusive discount and a custom domain, plus 3 months free with any yearly plan. Drop a like if you haven't. Time for some fun. Now to replace the big names. Say bye-bye to Willem Dafoe as we're recasting Donald Kimball. An unpredictable, yet highly competent investigator, Dafoe's performance gives the film some of its best scenes. One person who I think could match Dafoe's intensity is Michael Shannon. Shannon has sort of accidentally become one of my favourite actors. His performance in Revolutionary Road really stood out to me, but he has that intensity that could really dig through Patrick Bateman. A step in a different direction is Matthew McConaughey. He's a little smoother, a little more polished, and he'd probably interrogate Bateman with a different approach, but I'd like to see it. He's also no stranger to playing a detective. But I want to go really different. This is a whole new imagining. Martin Freeman. No, he's not as menacing as Dafoe and doesn't quite have that same presence. But just picture for 1 second little old Freeman intimidating Patrick Bateman.
Before you know it.
He's got some ferocity locked down in there. Martin Freeman as Donald Kimball.
Impressive. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's card.
Hot off the Fight Club hype, Jared Leto's confidence gave so much to the role of Paul. Paul's character is important. He's a personification of everything Bateman wishes he had, and so Bateman obsessively hates him. We need someone cocky, and audacious. My first option is Dacre Montgomery. A confident performance in Stranger Things, his charisma and attitude isn't a far cry from Leto's. I actually think in a few years he'd be a decent shout for Bateman, but that's irrelevant because I've decided on a new take for Paul Allen. Timothy Chalamet.
Fucking love fingerling potatoes.
He may be the busiest man in Hollywood, but it's for good reason. This 2022 Paul Allen is a new generation of young wealth. Maybe he's got some fingers in crypto. But who cares? Timothy would be such a dick, and I want to see him face to face with our next character. Timothy Chalamet as Paul Allen. There's not going to be much debate for this next one. Everyone's favourite unhinged actor, Pattinson has recently become synonymous with exceptional films. He can be calm, collected, but also unleash some serious amounts of pure insanity. He'd look great with a chainsaw in his hand. Robert Pattinson as Patrick Bateman. And that's that. American Psycho recast in 2022. Which movie next? Like and comment, subscribe for more, and see you next week.